Welcome back to the channel. Tonight I want to give you a few words of encouragement. I know things are very difficult out there. We have been in this quarantine situation for several weeks, a month and a half for many. I understand that some parts of the United States are starting to open up. And by the few series of videos that we've done, especially this last one where we started talking about the rapture and the tribulation, I certainly was starting to interject some difficult times in our future and on the horizon. Again, when that's going to happen, I don't have that information, nor does anyone else on the face of the planet. But we do know that we are moving into that season. That season could be weeks, months, years, decades. It doesn't matter. We know we're moving into that direction. And hopefully it's starting to resonate and sink in with you, this concept of your physical form and your dimensional form living under one roof of consciousness. And you will spend virtually 100% of your existence in your dimensional form. So hopefully that's really starting to resonate with you and really sink in, so that you're starting to gain more strength from that. So if you're an individual that's considering, has considered, or has done an alignment with God in the past, or you're thinking about that now, I just want to encourage you through a few scripture verses that I pulled that talk specifically about fear. So let's get into that, and I'll just give you a final thought. But I just want to give you some positive thoughts. I want to try and groom into you this concept of being very, very strong, committed, and resolved in trying times, one of which that we are experiencing right now. So the first is in Psalm 23. This is one of, again, a very popular scripture in the Bible. In verse 4, it says, "Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil. For you are with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table for me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows." This is a great scripture to really, again, gain some resolve about we are going to have enemies in this world, especially if you align with God. In the dimensional realm, what's going to happen is those dimensional forces are going to combat you. They're going to try and attack you. In my book, I talk about many different ways that happens. But again, how to gain strength, that also know that in the dimensional realm, influenced onto your dimensional form, you also have God on your side, and you have angels on your side, and you have so much support in order for you just to tap into. Some of these verses are just really, again, telegraphing that to you. Let's go to the next one. This also is in Psalms. This one is Psalms 27. "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid?" Again, telegraphing, when you align yourself with God, you should absolutely be resolved to that strength. And things that happen here on earth, they may be difficult, but to persevere through it and keep your eyes and your future focused on your dimensional form in heaven. Psalm 91. "You will not fear the terror of night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. You will only observe with your eyes and see the punishment of the wicked." The next section here, a little bit different. "If you say, 'The Lord is my refuge,' and you make the Most High your dwelling, no harm will overtake you, no disaster will come near your tent. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. They will lift you up in their hands so that you will not strike your foot against a stone. In Proverbs 29, fear of man will prove to be a snare, but whoever trusts in the Lord is kept safe. And finally, John 14, peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid. All of these, I hope you can really allow to really come into your heart. If you're having fear, if you're having troubles with this time, if things, obviously this economic situation all over the world is very, very difficult. If you're someone that's suffering from it, I certainly am as well. I'm right there with you. I don't know how all this is going to end. Hopefully we'll start getting back on track, but there's obviously an awful lot of hurdles in the future. You've had time to stay at home, hopefully with your family, and I'm certain many of you have had lots of thoughts about what's going to happen. How is this, how can we possibly move forward? Again, keeping your focus on your dimensional form, make an alignment, decide to fight this battle on the side of God. God will miraculously provide. It may or may not be in a financial capacity, and it may or may not be immediate. But God is going to be there for you. He's going to continue to provide. And I just pray that each of you, just if you're having difficulty, you're having trouble, I just really pray that you know that God is actually there fighting for you. Jesus did not sacrifice in such a horrific way in order for those who have decided to align themselves with him through believing in him, that he's going to allow you to suffer more than he possibly can help. I don't know all of the parameters. I don't know all of the details. No one does. But I certainly know that throughout my life, God has constantly provided for me and my family. And I just know moving forward, I'm not fearful. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. And I just pray that all of you that need that help, that need that strength, and need that support, God will provide that for you. Okay. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you on the next video.